I'm Charleene Closshey, and I'm the composer for the score and Evergreen Christmas, a film I actually also happen to star in. I had originally signed on to the film just in an acting capacity and in a co-producing capacity. There were some things that had happened and some situations that had come up that the production company was a little bit in need of music. I've composed short films, but it was actually my first feature that I'd ever composed. So normally I record out of Nashville and use strings and orchestra and choir, typically out of Bulgaria. So in this particular instance, we were actually already in post-production. We were in Los Angeles in a tiny apartment, and as a classical musician, I'm accustomed to recording with orchestras, playing in orchestras as a violinist, conducting. You know, it's a very different kind of collaborative experience to create music together, not only to write, but to make the music, which was not at all the experience for this particular score. This score was, they still chuckle at me. I think I had like a 12-key keyboard, a microphone, a borrowed violin, and a whole lot of ideas. I didn't have a monitor, so I was working off of my laptop. And every day we would set up the television, connect my laptop to the television in the apartment, kind of set up this whole little studio in a, like a 8x8 sort of space. I don't even think it had that much room. Set up my little microphone stand, make sure I could do my thing, blah, And then every night we would kind of tear it down, because I also recognize that you have to take time to rest. You have to take time to reset. You have to take time to find the silence so that you know where to go the next day. And it's amazing what you can do with limited resources. It makes you get more creative. And I think if anything, it really focused my attention as to what was important and what wasn't. So music in that sense was very organic. Tonally, we keep everything very grounded. We lean towards an Americana kind of vibe, really taking it towards things that are tangible, sounds that are tangible. You feel like, oh, I'm listening to the band right here beside me. A small Appalachian kind of vibe with a little more sort of country funk going on too, just to keep it modern and to keep it fresh. The way I view movie music is that the score is another aspect of a character within the narrative, within the story. It creates the world around you. So the world that we were looking to create was that of a juxtaposition between city and country. And so sonically, I really went down the path of finding these more city, urban, a little more electronic, industrial types of sounds, which, given the setup, was a lot easier to do because it was in the box. Things I could, samples, find, record, create in the box. So that half of the equation was good. On the acoustic side, I had my fiddle, so we could make things work. I was able to finesse the sound using things already in the arsenal, sounds in the library, things that I could actually put my hands on and create instantaneously. Using the voice in different ways throughout the score too. Added a different dimension, I think, to the film, but it made sense with the character. She's a musician. She's an aspiring singer-songwriter. She's moved from this small town in Tennessee to the big city and is trying to pursue her dreams and not having the best go at it. And Evergreen Christmas is not a musical sort of movie, which are amazing, but it's just the music is its own organic character within this film. It's who the main character, my character Evie, it's who she is, it's what she does. But it's also in the air around her. It's in the little town that she grew up in. It's just kind of everywhere because that's influenced who this person is and has become. I think sometimes we just get thrust into situations where we never expected we'd be. We don't know why we're there, but we are. So what are you gonna do? It's a choice. Hopefully I can always be in a place where I can choose to make the most of whatever that situation is, good or bad. I think saying yes is the biggest lesson. I loved being able to support, to serve this story from start to finish. That's forever changed my understanding of how to tell a story.